Hey, what is up, everybody? Big Bet Bros are back for NFL Week 14. Dusty, how you doing out there today?
Excelente, my man. Happy to see you.
Man, happy to see you as well. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. We didn't get to link up, but how'd your Thanksgiving go?
Dude, it was awesome. I ate so much dressing. So much dressing. Um, Carbs galore. It was awesome. I didn't like driving. You know how that goes. Everybody drives everywhere and rushes from place to place. But other than that, man, lots to be thankful for. And it was a good time. I love this
Yeah,
time of year, man. This is like the best time. This is the best time of year. The house is all cozy, fireplace is going, Christmas trees up.
that's
If
right.
you're into that sort of thing.
Yep.
Um, We got Christmas lights this year. Finally got those put on the house.
I saw you got the
So
you got the really nice ones, the ones that are trendy.
yeah, whatever Amanda picked out. So
Yeah. And they're semi-permanent, aren't they?
well, I don't know what that means. That means they can go back up. Yeah.
Oh, well, so there's these trendy lights. The name gets lost on me, but basically they get installed and uh, they are used for year-round purposes. So, like once Christmas is over, for example, you just turn them to a regular light color, and then St. Patrick's Day comes, you change them to green, like all electronically. I didn't know if that's what you got or not.
No, no. I know some. No, I didn't do that. I didn't.
Okay,
But that would be
all right,
cool. Chiefs and Royals. I'd like some red and blue.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and then like if Chiefs are making a good playoff run, you can change them to red and yellow. It's a good idea for sure. But all right, let's get into it, man. What is this week 14 in the NFL, right?
Week 14. Yep. Coming off a rough week last week again.
Yeah,
We're still hovering on the season right there just around even. I think we're
yep.
still heads are above water just a little bit. But we were just talking about this. It's interesting because the public is winning at a rate that they've never won before.
That's
They're
right.
smoking, they're smoking people. Unfortunately, you and I, over our years of wagering, have become less like the public, which has kind of hurt us because there's been so many times where we've been like, yeah, we want to go with this, but we're not because the public's all over it. We can't do that. This is, of course, the year that we decide to kind of go against the grain and try to be
Try to be
sharp.
sharp.
And we're right there with the people who normally make money, and we're not really. So that's okay. That is okay. This has still been fun. I mean, we got what, 5 weeks to go?
5 weeks to go, regular season. So
Yeah.
yeah,
There we go.
uh, I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about what your mindset is going into this week. For me, my strategy is going to be I'm going to try not to overthink it too much. I feel like this time of year typically is where we start to see, who teams really are. Uh, so that's kind of my strategy going into this week. I did pick quite a few favorites this week. So that's a bit of a spoiler alert. But are you ready to get into the slate, my brother?
Ready. Ready to go, my man.
Okay. All right. So the first game we have is, of course, tonight, Thursday Night Football. We got the Green Bay Packers traveling all the way to Detroit. The Packers are 3.5 point underdogs at Detroit. Are you playing this game?
I am. I am actually playing the point total on this game.
Okay. What's the point total?
Right now on DraftKings, it is sitting at 51.5, and I am going over 51. I'm going over 51. I don't know what spread right now. You said the Packers were 3.5 point dogs. That's moved to three. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe you got that in a little early. Um, Hence, that's where people are moving on the Packers. The public has kind of moved towards the Packers as this has went along. Um, but I'm going over on the 51 for me on this game. The reason being the injuries are everywhere. I mean, Detroit's got so many people out defensively, and then Packers secondary. They got a couple guys out. They've been pretty poor. I think the Lions are going to score like they always do, and I think the Packers are going to be right there with them. So I think
Okay.
normally when totals are super high, and it seems like, oh man, that's too much, it typically blows it out of the water. I wouldn't be surprised if this is just over 60.
Okay. All right. So I'm playing this game. I'm taking the Packers plus 3.5. Yes, I did get the game early, I guess, because that was a spread whenever I saw it. Um, I am, I guess, a little bit. I'm relying on history a little bit because I'm just thinking back to last year where the Packers started to really show that they were a great team later in the season. So you couple that with the fact that the Detroit Lions do have some injuries piling up, and I really, really like the Packers plus 3.5. So that's what I'm doing in this game. So yeah, Dusty's going over 51 points for the total, and I'm taking Packers plus 3.5. You good with that?
Love it, dude.
Okay.
Another good Thursday night matchup. Dude, this is the best season of Thursday night football we've ever had. Not even close.
Blew last year out of the water. Last year was actually a meme on social media. Everybody was talking about, how bad the Thursday night games were, how basically they were just good background noise if you wanted to go to bed early. But this year has not been the case. So I think Jeff Bezos pulled some strings and make these games a little bit better in 2024. But
next one up.
Next one, we got Carolina Panthers at the Philadelphia Eagles. This is a 12.5 point spread. The Eagles obviously are favored. Are you playing this one?
Ooh, no. Nope. Not doing it. Eagles are playing really good football. This is why the spread is what it is. Obviously, the Panthers are playing better as well. On the road, though, I don't know. I want to take the Eagles here. 13 is too much. This could be a game where, they kind of sleepwalk through it a little bit.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's still the NFL. Games more often than not are close, but I don't trust the Panthers here either, going on the road to Philadelphia with them smoking hot. So now I'm going to stay away from this one.
Okay. Yeah, I'm staying away from this one as well. I've been betting the Eagles quite a bit lately, but it's because the spreads have been closer. I like them in close spreads, but this is just too many points for me. I could see it going either way, so I'm also going to stay away from this one. Next game, we got the Las Vegas Raiders at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Are you playing that one?
6.5, right? Buccaneers 6.5 point favorites.
Yeah. Yep. 6.5 point home favorites.
No, I'm not. This is another one where you're tempted to take the Bucs because you feel like the Raiders, obviously they played a close game against the Chiefs last week. Should have won that game probably. But they don't play well against anybody else. I mean, they always play the Chiefs close. Coming off their Super Bowl on the season, playing against us. So this is where I'm tempted to take the Bucs really bad, but man. Yeah, I am. I'm going Bucs -6. Bucs -6 here.
Okay. I like that. I just took the spread like it is. I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers -6.5. I got that locked in. I feel like the Buccaneers they're kind of up and down. I think they're going to play well this week at home against an opponent who, in the Las Vegas Raiders, who had a very emotional loss last week. So I just like the Buccaneers in this spot. And I think there's going to be a lot of tight end action. So I think Cade Otton and Brock Bowers are probably going to be the two people that we're going to be seeing flash across the screen the most as far as stats go. But I'm excited for this matchup. I do want to take the Buccaneers -6.5.
And here, let me add to this too. One of the biggest reasons why the Raiders look so competitive against the Chiefs in that game, the Chiefs have a major left tackle problem. Tackle problem, not just left tackle. And they're trying to fix that. But the fact that they were able to get to Mahomes so much, that game should have easily been put away. Easily. I mean, that's a 16-3 game. Chiefs are rolling, and they just also the Chiefs should have ran the freaking football. But that's the biggest reason right there. Okay. The Bucs don't have that same issue. All right. The Bucs don't have that same issue. Baker Mayfield's playing well. I just like this matchup for them. I like them big
Good.
time here.
Good. All right, next game we got the Atlanta Falcons at the Minnesota Vikings, otherwise known as the Kirk Cousins revenge game. Are you playing this one? It is a 6-point spread. Minnesota Vikings are home favorites. Minnesota Vikings -6 at home.
Oh man, I hate this. See, I've got 5.5 on my app here.
Okay.
But man, what's your natural feeling here? What's the natural thing you want to do?
I had a shaky finger over the Atlanta Falcons +6. Really, really wanted to do it, but I just didn't. I backed out. It felt a little bit, I don't know. That was my first reaction. What were you thinking?
Exactly that, which is what I did. I took the Falcons +6 here.
Okay.
Yep. And like we talked about before here, the biggest thing this week, not overthinking it. I mean, this is, you just said the revenge game. You love revenge games. You're always all over those. The Jameis Winston revenge game, the Baker Mayfield revenge game, I don't know. You've done it like 4 times this year. So
Yeah.
I'm rolling with it. I like the Falcons here. They're a good football team. The Vikings have not been blowing people out at all.
Yeah.
We had them this last week, and we missed that by a point, 2 points. So
2 points,
yeah,
because they only won by a point.
yeah.
And something that's crazy to me, and I get it, a lot of it is he's getting double teamed, but how are they not getting the ball to Justin Jefferson more? Is it because he's being double teamed the whole time?
Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't watch the Vikings a ton, so I don't watch it super close. I mean, I'm just like everybody else. It's not in market for us normally, so I'm watching on Red Zone, and I don't really go back and watch the all 22 or stuff like that. It could be just the quarterback situation, but obviously he's the best, maybe arguably the best wide receiver in the league. So yeah, people are going to take him away.
Okay.
I don't know.
I like this pick for you. Atlanta Falcons +6. I'm not going to do it because, dude, every time I hop onto a game after you confirm it, I screw it for both of us. So I'm going to stay away from this one, let you just take the winnings on that. Next game we got on our slate is the Cleveland Browns at the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is a 6.5-point spread. Home favorites for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers are 6.5-point favorites. What are you thinking on this game?
So I'm looking on mine as well, and it's at 7 now. I'm not going to play it. If I was going to play it, I would play the Browns +7. Dude, how about Jameis Winston in that game the other day being literally the epitome of his entire career?
Did you see after the game what he said?
Didn't he ask God to free him of these pick sixes or something?
He said, yeah, he said, Lord, deliver me from these pick sixes. It's not who I am.
Yeah,
dude, he's
so good, and he just makes these throws. He's like, oh man, I literally put it like a point guard in basketball that plays well all the time, but they just have like 2 or 3 plays a game where they just have to do something that's just too. It could happen, so I'm just going to do it anyway, and who gives a shit what happens? And it's like, man, if you could just eliminate those, just get rid of it. Just get rid of those.
I know. My hope for him is that he ends up. I would love to see him go to like New York Giants, for example. Brian Daboll really, really cleaned up a lot of the mistakes with Josh Allen earlier in his career. His first season was just crazy, terrible mistakes. And then once Brian Daboll got to work with him a little bit, he really cut down on those mistakes and became what we know Josh Allen as. I would love to see Jameis Winston unite with a coach like that, somebody who's going to get the best out of him. And I don't know. Maybe that's in the future. Yeah. Maybe it's not. But, dude, he's
I don't know if Daboll's going to be – I don't know if Daboll's going to be there much longer, buddy.
Well, yeah, you're not wrong. I don't know. I think Jameis Winston is probably the most beloved player in the NFL right now. Just everybody, dude, I see on social media is just like, dude, I would run through a brick wall for this guy. So anyway, that's enough about that game. I'm with you though. If I was going to play this, I would be Browns +7, but I'm going to stay away from it. Next game, we got the New York Giants at, sorry, we got the New York Jets at the Miami Dolphins. So this is a divisional matchup. We've got the Miami Dolphins. They are 5.5-point home favorites. I know that you hate anything that's like 4s and 5s. So you hate this spread. You're not playing it, are you?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Because I want to take the Dolphins, but I'm not taking them at that. Yeah. And I think the Dolphins. I mean, dude, the Jets are freaking dumpster fire. They're god awful. And I like the fact that this is in Miami in the warm weather. So yeah, I mean, if I like, I'm leaning towards taking it right now, but no, I'm not taking the 5.5. So I'm gonna sit this one out. If it moves a little bit, maybe if it moves down to the 4.5 range, maybe I'll buy it to 4, something like that. But no, I hate these. They're just traps, and I've never been successful either way. Taking the Jets here or taking the Dolphins, it's just too. Yeah, I don't like it. So no, I'm not playing it.
I feel you. This is the opposite of the Falcons and Minnesota Vikings because you did bite on that one. I didn't. This time you're not biting. I am. Maybe dumb, but I basically echo your sentiment here. Miami Dolphins -6. They're finally back in that warm weather. Hopefully their fingers have defrosted from the Buffalo winter. The Dolphins look a lot better, obviously, with Tua. They seem like they're kind of returning to old form. If they want to make a push for the wild card, they have got to win this week. And there's no better team to kind of beat up on than the New York Jets, where, Aaron Rodgers is not only a bad quarterback these days, but he seems to pass the blame to everyone but himself. And they're just imploding. And I like the Dolphins here at -6. That's
so you've got them at. Okay.
Yeah, I placed this bet early, and it was kind of the opposite effect, where it's a not so favorable spread. I guess looking at it now, because it is 5.5 now, but I got to be honest about where I got the bet put in at, and I got it at -6.
So, and just to go back to that, because you said I bid on the Vikings, Falcons. I did do that at 6. Okay. The difference here is I'm going with the underdog here. All right. And I do like the Falcons in that spot. Honestly, I would probably even taking the Falcons, less than that. But in this scenario, you can't go with the Jets, and I do agree with you. I mean, I think the Dolphins are going to win this game. I think it's likely that they do cover it. So I like that pick for you. If you guys want to get it at less than 6, you can. It's at 5.5 right now. So if you want to jump on that, go for it. All righty.
Love it. All right, next game, we got the New Orleans Saints at the New York Giants. 4.5-point spread. Saints are actually favored in this one. So Saints -4.5 on the road at the Giants. Are you playing this one?
No, I want to take the Giants. I want to take them. Do we know if Drew Lock's starting again? I don't know. He looked decent against the Cowboys. I know a couple of Giants fans that said he looked horrible. Well, I'm obviously biased. I'm a Mizzou guy here, so I really root for Drew Lock. I want him to do well. I thought it was pretty crappy that they told him the day before the game that he was starting. I mean, they didn't run him with the ones all week long. He scored twice in that game, both with his legs. The Giants can't protect anybody. I mean, that's been the story ever since they've had Daniel Jones. They cannot protect their quarterback. So, yeah, I want to take the Giants here, but I'm not going to do it because I can't do it. So, staying away from it.
I just checked the depth chart on ESPN. Tommy DeVito is listed as QB1, but he's also questionable, so I clicked on his name, and it says that Drew Lock is making his second consecutive start. So it's looking like at this point Drew Lock is going to be starting again. Yeah, if I was going to bet this game, I would be all over the Giants because I think, now that Drew Lock got his feet wet last week, has practiced all week, probably got all of the QB1 reps, he's probably going to be ready to go for this one. So that's what I would be betting if I was betting it, but I'm just not. I've got 5 games picked out, and this is not one of them. So,
all righty, moving on.
All right, next game we got Jacksonville Jaguars at the Tennessee Titans. Titans are favored by 3.
Dude, I know you're playing this game, right?
Hell no. Hell no.
No, I'm not playing it either. I mean, it looks like you should take the Titans here because Trevor Lawrence is out. And Jaguars haven't been good. Titans have been competitive, I guess. But nope. Remember, that's our ex-girlfriend that we're not talking to anymore. So,
nope. Unfollowed. Next game, we got the Seattle Seahawks at the Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals are 3-point home favorites. Are you playing this one?
I am. Seahawks -2. No, sorry. Cardinals -2. Cardinals -2 at home.
I was like, damn, Justin Day. Okay. Okay. You're doing Cardinals -2.
Yep. Cardinals -2 at home in a big NFC West matchup. Still in the playoff hunt, both these teams are.
Yeah, this is actually a very big game for each of these teams, right? This is a pivotal game.
6-6 Cardinals versus the 7-5 Seahawks. The Seahawks have kind of turned it around a little bit. They had the nice little start, then they lost 3 out of 4, 4 out of 5, something like that. And they're back 2 games above 500, playing some good football. So, yeah, but I still like the Cardinals in this one.
Good deal.
In the desert.
I'm not playing this game. But to me, both of these teams are similar in the fact that you just don't know which version is going to show up. So, and to be truthful, I don't get to watch either one of these teams much. So, I'm just going to stay away from it. Next game, we got the Buffalo Bills at the LA Rams. Buffalo Bills are 3.5-point road favorites, which means that the LA Rams are a road dog. What are you doing in this game?
Or a home dog. Well, just take betting aside. God, it would be nice if the Rams would freaking win this game, wouldn't it?
Yes.
I just feel like the 1 seed is slowly. It's like getting slowly just taken away from the Chiefs because the Bills just are playing. I mean, if you're picking anybody else out of that, if you're picking anybody to come out of the AFC right now with just what you've seen, if you take any kind of history out, the Bills are far and away playing the best football of anybody. I mean, they're dominant. And it's so funny. If you go back to us, the very first week that we did this show, we both talked about how we predicted this from the Bills. Both of us did. With everybody writing the Bills off, them losing Stephon Diggs, said Josh Allen would have a freaking amazing year, and he has. And I don't know what I want to do on this game because I want to take the Bills because they're so freaking dominant right now. But my heart wants the Rams to win so bad that I'm just going to stay away from this one. I'm not going to touch it. I mean, I think the Rams can beat them. I do think they can. They're good enough to do it. Traveling all the way across the country, that, there's something to that. But I don't know. I'm not going to touch it. Not right now.
So I am betting this game. This is, I mean, we're just always on the same wavelength. This is a bet that I would absolutely love to lose. I'm taking the Bills -3 on the road in hopes that I lose this bet because that means that my Chiefs are just a little bit safer with their voyage and trying to secure the 1 seed.
Maybe, but what if the Bills lose what if they win by 2, my man?
Well,
then you lose the bet and we still don't have you got to go Bills money line here, man, and put like 10 units on it.
Yeah. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm not gonna get carried away or anything, but yeah, I'm going Bills -3 here. I like the bet. Yeah, they're traveling across the country, but I just think they're a lot better than the Rams. So that's what I'm going with. That's what I picked. Next game we got the
And
Chicago.
that's a good pick. I mean, that's a good pick, dude. When I say traveling across the country, dude, I'm looking for ways to talk myself into hoping that the Rams can pull it off. So anyway, that's a good pick. What was the next one?
Chicago Bears at the San Francisco 49ers. Bears are 4-point underdogs on the road. What are you thinking for this one? I feel like you're gonna go San Fran -3.5.
No, I'm going to go Niners -4.
Okay. All right.
If it was 3.5, I would probably buy it to 3. But let me see what I can do here. If I go to -3, it's -140. Nah, I like I'm just going to go locking it in right now. We're going Niners -4. Dude, we both had them earlier when you said that when I confirm a pick or you confirm a pick, it ends up screwing it for both of us. We were both all over the Niners last week going up to Buffalo, and that was just, oh God, you texted me, why would we do this?
Dude, yeah, I don't know why I thought that the Niners would cover at Buffalo with the snow going on, and then I don't know why I thought the Dolphins would cover at Green Bay with the cold. Yeah, last week was a bad week just from a logic perspective for me. So, yeah, I'm going to let you have this one. So why are you liking the Niners -4 here?
I like them to bounce back. I don't think that the Bears defense is any good. That's just my gut. That's just my gut feeling. I don't think the Bears defense is any good. Niners coming off a horrible loss. They still have an outside shot potentially. I mean, they got to win out basically to make the playoffs. Yeah, I like them to get back on track this week. So at home.
Okay. All right, I'm staying away from it. LA Chargers at the Kansas City Chiefs. We got a 4-point spread on our hands. Chiefs are favored by 4. What are you doing in this one?
I want to take the Chargers plus the 4. Oh, but I'm not going to do it. We took the Chiefs last week with the massive spread.
I didn't.
Oh, yeah, you didn't. I did.
I took Raiders.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you did. Good call. I see this being one of those games where this is like a Chiefs got to kick a field goal down 1 with their Spencer Schrader third string kicker, and they win by 2. That kind of scenario here. I don't know. The Chiefs have played so many close games this year that like you can see this being that 3-point game. I mean, 1, 2, 3, any of that stuff. So I'm not going to take this. I do think the Chiefs are going to win. I'm still riding with them. They're going to start playing better football. They brought in a new left tackle that, DJ Humphries, that can hopefully stir things up. Mahomes is annoyed. He's irritated. It's the one reason why we can't throw the ball down the field. He doesn't have any time. I think that they're, hoping they get things cleaned up there. And if they do, I mean, the Chiefs they're only going to start adding pieces. The defense is what's worrying me right now. The defense is not playing well. Offense is just fine, and they're only going to get better. So anyway, I'm not playing this game. I'll be there, and I don't want to have to worry about a bet while I'm watching the game.
That's a good call. I'm going Chargers +4. Listen, if it's not broke, I'm not going to try to fix it. Chiefs do not cover the spread usually whenever it's more than 3. So this is a 4-point spread. I'm taking the Chargers here. I could absolutely see the Chargers just actually stealing the game and winning outright. I really hope that doesn't happen. This is a bet that I'd love to lose. Like, again, I would love for the Chiefs to win by 14 points, something like that. But I just don't see it happening. Yeah, Chargers +4. I'm pretty confident in that pick. So that's what I'm doing.
All right. We got what? One more?
One more game, Monday Night Football.
Stupid spread again.
Monday Night Football. We got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Dallas Cowboys. This is a 5.5-point spread. Spread favoring the Bengals. Are you playing this one?
No. I'm not playing the spread here, but I am playing the total. I am going over 49 on this game.
Okay.
You asked me why would I do that? Well, the Bengals can't play defense, and Joe Burrow is absolutely playing like he's Dogecoin going to the moon right now. He's freaking only quarterback to have 30 plus passing touchdowns and less than 5 picks through 12 games in a season to not have a winning record. And it's not even close.
Correct.
Like it's insane what's happening with him. He's playing at an unreal level. Kind of sucks. I actually like Joe Burrow. I actually do like Joe Burrow. He's been annoying to Chiefs fans because of the rivalry. But you can't deny he's playing freaking unbelievable football. So
he's playing
I don't
great,
like his hair.
He's playing great. I just don't like his. Every now and then, and I'm not typically this guy, but every now and then there's just somebody who, the way they talk and the way they look and the way they do everything just annoys the shit out of you, and that's him for me. And it's clear and obvious bias. It's because they've been the biggest thorn in the side of the Kansas City Chiefs. But yeah, I just love to see the Bengals doing terribly, especially on the last leg of them having Jamar Chase and T. Higgins on the same team. So couldn't happen to a better franchise in my opinion. But yeah, he is playing out of his mind. The stats are insane. That's why I am going to ride with you on this one. I really hope I'm not dooming you in your point total, but I'm also going to go over 49. I was already thinking about it before you even said it. So I'm going to ride with you.
Well, let's just do math here. I mean, I think the Cowboys can score 14. I do. On the Bengals, they can score 14, and I think the Bengals are going to score 35 plus. There's our 49 right there. So,
okay,
yeah, that's where we're rolling.
Hell yeah, man! All right, do you have anything else to add to the show?
Nope. I think I'm good. I got my 6 games. I feel good about them. I feel like it's going to be a 6-0 week. So if you guys are watching this, I feel like you guys need to jump on because we are due. We are due, and this is normally when we just absolutely get dialed in. So 6-0 week for us here. I don't know. Probably not. But I like our picks.
Hell yeah. I'm predicting 4-2 for me. So I don't know where the wins and the losses are going to come from, but I'm just picking that. So, man, it's been a lot of fun today. Super excited that we've done a show for this long. This is kind of an idea that we just had, and we just kind of acted on it, and we've been doing it no matter what, except for that 1 week whenever deer season happened. But yeah, man, this is gonna be another fun week. Thanks for letting me kind of lead the show today, and we'll just see how things shake out, and we'll just have to. Yep.
Do you want to go through just highlight our picks, do our review real quick?
Of course, that's the last thing we got to do.
Gotcha. I thought maybe you were forgetting about that.
No, I would never forget.
You want to go first?
Yeah, that's fine. All right. In no particular order, I'm just going down my DraftKings slip. We got the LA Chargers +4 against the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead. Okay, so Chargers, road dogs. Next, we got the New York Jets at the Miami Dolphins. I'm taking the Dolphins -6. Next, we got the Buffalo Bills at the LA Rams. I'm taking the Bills -3. Next is Las Vegas Raiders at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Buccaneers -6.5. Packers at the Detroit Lions. Packers +3.5. And then, like we just discussed, that point total, Cincinnati Bengals at the Dallas Cowboys. We're just going to pick over 49 points for the game.
Love it. All right, I got Packers and Lions over 51.
Okay.
Falcons +6 on the road at the Vikings. Buccaneers -6 at home versus the Raiders. Cardinals -2 at home against the Seahawks. 49ers -4 at home against the Bears. And Bengals Cowboys over 49 on Monday Night Football. So we don't have a lot of similar picks this week. This is one of our weeks where we're kind of not real. We're kind of all over, which is good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So
seems like a good opportunity.
and we don't have differing picks either.
Do what?
And we don't have differing picks either.
No.
Like where we're opposite.
We don't. Yep. So, all right, man. Well, hey, good show today. And I'll talk to you soon, all right?
All right, brother. We'll see you later.
All right, see you.
Bye.